This is the profile that we're going to be running for the doors. It's a 1/4 inch round over with a rabbet on the bottom. And what's really critical about this setup is the plane of this fillet and the plane of this rabbet need to be absolutely in line for this joint to work. So if I was to run a line straight across here, it would line up with both here and here. We have a 1/4 inch round over set in here. The shoulder is set up at about 3/32 of an inch. So if you were to measure here, it's about 3/32 of an inch. The bearing is taken off this particular bit because it wasn't allowing it to get a full round over. So this point here is in line with both of these fences. So that we run it, it'll be a nice even pass. That's what we're looking for on the first step. It's just we run the second half of this on the shaper. Fences in line with a slot cutter. This is a 1/2 inch set, okay? Now normally when we run this we would have the guard on it. But for the sake of this video I'm going to leave it on. It's critical that the rabbet is in line with this. A nice way to check that is once the machine you think you have it set is to run a piece upside down. If the fence has been properly set, there'll be no distinguishing between this line and here. So it'll just flow right away all the way across. That's a quick way to tell if you actually have it set properly. Obviously that involves using a setup piece. Now I want to point out, having run this, how clean this edge is. It's free of chip out. It's free of chip out, which is critically important. The way that was achieved is the cutter right there. Notice how the cutter is buried into the fence so that when it rotates, so when it goes through there, the cut is supported so we're not getting chip out. If I had those fences open further to where it wasn't being supported, that edge would be really, really ratty. I think you can see what I'm talking about in terms of the quality of that cut. All the chipping along the edge, that's all avoidable by having the cutter buried into the fence. So to recap, that's the profile you're going for. You should have a full quarter round. Now in this case it's a 3/8 inch rabbet on the bottom. My stock was a little bit thinner than 3/4. But what you do want to have is that 3/32 on top. If you make it too light, it'll get destroyed when you sand it. You'll end up sanding away the detail. So once again, make sure both of those flats are in line with each other. Bury the fence when you run the shaper part to avoid chipping out. And this is how we run our door parts.